Hello guys, welcome to Rich Living Master YouTube channel where we create content to help you optimize three areas of your life: health, wealth, and relationships. This is Abhishek, founder and CEO of Rich Living Mastery, and I'm also a public speaking coach who helps people kill their limitations and crush their speaking.
This is your host ka dost Mohammad Suhail, and I am a speaker and a trainer as well. And I create content with our host here, Mr. Abhishek.
See, communication is something that is a very big issue. No matter where you go, you'll find people talking about, you need to be good at communication skills and all that. But how? How do you do it? Now, there are a million ways, but what we are doing is something amazing. Now, this book here, How to Win Friends and Influence People, that we had reviewed before, is one of those books which is written in it's a very old book. It's considered as a classic book which is relevant till date. Okay, you can still find it in top 10 communication books list on a lot of blogs. With that said, here are 4 ideas that we like about this book that we think you could implement and get a lot of good results in terms of communicating with people well.
So the first thing that I liked is from the first part, the fundamental handling techniques. That's specifically the third chapter. That is, he who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way. This is the chapter title. This chapter title talks about when you're talking to someone, you need to make them an eager listener. Like they are very curious, we are very tuned into whatever you have to say or whatever you are saying. This can be with friends, like in a family gathering or in a business environment or in a job environment. Like it can be anything, but still this principle remains the same no matter what the situation is. Now you need to like everyone or most of us are like very focused on ourselves sometimes, right? I want this, I want that, I need this. So when that happens, you need to at least show them that okay, you want that, good enough. I know your want or I know your need. Now I have a better way to get you to where you want to go. So people will obviously say yes. And when you say, when you get a lot of yeses at the same time, then you are in like flow and you have that momentum, right? So you can tell them like, I'll take a movie example. Let us say that you are talking with your friend, with like you have a very favorite movie and that is common between both of you. So you say, I have that movie that you like, or I have that actor's movie that you like, and it is very new and in high definition. So that person will say yes, like obviously, right? So when that like you get yes, so then next yeses will be easy. So you are keeping that person curious all through the conversation. Second thing, they know that okay, at the end of the conversation they are going to get something, right? And plus, now this is very important point, and this specifically applies to a job or a business environment. If you are in a deal or you are in a in a sale or something, you need to show that sense of urgency that okay, I am I have to move on, I have to talk to other people or something, and I am very busy. So this is there, this offer or this deal is there only for some time. After that, it's gone. So when you do this, the person will also act in an urgent matter or with that mindset. So what you're doing is you're like literally transferring your feature or your mind thought to that person. Now even that person is in an urgent state of mind, right? So this is the first thing that I liked from the first part.
So the thing that I liked, or second point in this video, is from part 2 of the book, 6 ways to make people like you. In that, in fourth chapter, fourth title is an easy way to become a good conversationalist. In fact, let me tell you this: if you take communication skills training from a lot of trainers, this point will come up. This is a must, and this is one of the simplest ways to become a very good conversationalist. You don't need one liners, you don't need any funny way of crazy way of telling things. If you don't learn any of these, if there's one thing that you can take away from this book, then it's this point. Now this point is, okay, this point is, make the other person speak about them. It's about them, it's not about you. In fact, let me tell you, I'll read one line from the book which is very, very interesting. Okay, according to former Harvard president Charles W. Eliot, there is no mystery about successful business intercourse. Exclusive attention to the person who is speaking to you is very important. Nothing else is as flattering as that. Okay, exclusive attention to the person who is speaking to you is very important. Exclusive attention. Now, for every person, they are the most important topic for them. If I'm talking to Suhail, in our conversation, if me and Suhail speak about Suhail for a long time, then he's going to feel happy because the whole topic is about him. It's something that he cares about. A lot of times what you do is you start a conversation with someone and you start to vomit your life, and it becomes very, very difficult to listen. Like, hey, you know what, how are you doing? You know what, I was doing this, then I did that, this happened, that happened. And that person is getting exhausted because it's all about you. It's not something that they care about. So remember, speak about them and pay genuine interest to what they're saying. If you do not pay genuine interest, you will come off creepy or you'll come off fake. So you decide whether you want to be creepy, fake, or you want to be genuine and build strong connections with people.
So now the third point in this 4 points list, and the second point that I liked, is from the part 2, 6 ways to make people like you. But let me tell you this before I start. This book is not talking about that you have to do things so that people like you, right? Or like, this book is not saying that you need to be liked by everyone. That is not the way you have to live your life. But that's a different topic altogether, I believe. But I'm just putting it out there right now. Like, you don't need to do everything that I need to be liked by him and her and him. No, you will go bonkers. So, and like Abhishek knows this, that I have actually tried that and I went completely psycho kind of thing. But okay. So now
Okay.
second thing is, do this and you'll be welcome anywhere. So this is the first chapter from part 2. This chapter basically talks about little bit similar what Abhishek was saying, that you need to be interested in other person genuinely. You're not like just sitting there and thinking, okay, I need to get this from that person, and then this and then this and then this. No, like, that doesn't solve the purpose of the conversation, right? And then again, when you're doing this, or when you're thinking in your mind that what do I have to say next, or what do I have to reply, then you're not listening to the person. And then again, like, so at some point of time, that person will know, and they will become irritated, or they might not talk to you again. So that can backfire you if you are in a job or business environment. So when that is there, you might have noticed that all this while I was sitting with a head, front, shoulders leaned towards the camera. This is a normal posture that I was doing till now purposefully, so that I can tell you this, that when you do this and you are genuinely lean towards the person will know that, okay, that person is really concentrating on what I am saying. So when that is there, haha, copycat. Like, when that is there, the person will be more interested to talk, and you'll get to know more about that person. This thing will actually give you a helping hand in job or in business. So when that this is there, and then like, you need to really, really listen. Like I'm saying, I went there, I had this bad time, I was in stress, like, and then suddenly Abhishek starts talking that, okay man, that is bad, but you know what, I had a crazy time, like, it was very good, and all this, and then he goes on blabbering about all the good things that he had or have. You thinking, was it a person really listening to me, or was it just like what? So that will become kind of a contradiction kind of thing between the in the conversation. But at one person is very stressed, and other person is not even listening or paying close attention. So that will like come back to bite you kind of thing, I can say. So like this is the point I have to make, that be interested in the person genuinely, not to show it off, genuinely.
The fourth point that we liked, in fact, this is a very, very important point. Okay, I'll read the title to tell you how interesting this is. Okay, it's in part 3 of the book, How to Win People to Your Way of Thinking. Okay, in that, the second part of it is a sure way of making enemies and how to avoid it. Well,
Oh,
a lot of us make enemies that we aren't really aware of.
correct.
I'll tell you, if you feel like, let's say you want to do something in your life, something different, or you want to build something, and you go for it. If you're not aware enough, you have a lot of people who want to, like, you have a lot of backstabbers, a lot of people hate you or something like that. And to be honest with you, you're partly responsible. Okay, once you read this book, you'll realize that, okay, my God, I was partly
Okay.
responsible for this. Now,
Oh,
one
yeah,
such
right.
thing that makes you enemies is telling people that they're wrong. We live in a society where a lot of people have a very fragile self-esteem. If you if the small thing that offends them, they go crazy. They go crazy. In fact, you know what, if you offend somebody else, other people gets offended because you offended somebody else. That's the type of time we're living in. Now, with that said, when you tell people that they're wrong, if they don't have if they're not secure, if they're very insecure, then they are going to take big offense to it. And let me be honest, like, see, nobody likes being told that they're wrong. It's like a reflection on their intelligence or their ability or their skill. Of course, unless you're working with someone who's very interested to learn, who's there to learn, then things might be different. But in general life, it's not going to work. So don't say people that they're wrong. However, tell them what they can do better. Okay. For example, let's say somebody comes to you and asks you, you know what, Abhishek, I did this creative thing. It's not. How do you like it? Or do you think this is going to help us get customers? Instead of telling, yeah, you're absolutely wrong, no, this is not going to get it, tell them, you know what, make a small change here. Can you make a small change here? Because I feel like that could, I genuinely feel like that could bring us more customers. How different can you make this? What change can you do? Now, notice that in this conversation, I did not tell the person that he or she is wrong.
Right.
However, I still got the point forward. With that said, guys, this is an amazing book. We'll be making a few more videos. If you want to watch, we actually made a book review. We actually went through the whole book quickly, where you can click a link, or you can click a pop-up somewhere here and then get the video. With that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you felt like you learned something new, then subscribe, leave a like, and share this with that person who you think needs to up their communication skills game.